Brushing 2 times a day, is that necessary in the morning?
Absolutely not.
You were crying while you were studying?
100%. I was a bitch.
We never had girlfriends for most of our friendship.
They're the devil. What does the inside of a dick smell like?
I don't know what you just said. Can I ask you a personal question?
No. No way. No way.
You sound like a bitch.
You did your research.
What is a day in the life of a dentist?
I feel like a god.
What's the highest level of dentistry that you can do that is the most complex?
Brush your teeth.
That's crazy. Could you give yourself a root canal?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Don't Be Sour. I'm your host, Maxx Tuning, and I say this in every episode, but this is going to be a banger of a Potter because we have one of my longest time BFFs.
Thanks, man.
Daryl, aka Darryl, the dentist. What is going on, bro?
Not much, bud. Thank you for inviting me.
First ever podcast?
Bro, yeah.
This is gonna be good for many reasons. First of all, I hope the lighting doesn't get terrible because we are doing this as sunset. So if it gets darker, I'm gonna have to figure this out in post. But I'm excited about this, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, throughout my entire history on YouTube, I feel like whenever I put the camera on you, you're very short and sweet with your comments. So this is gonna be the first time people are gonna hear in-depth Daryl discussion.
I'm going to be a playable character.
Yes. And later, I think maybe about 45 minutes in, we are going to bring the girls on the podcast, a little after-hour session.
Ooh.
So it's going to be some lovely ladies. So stay tuned for that. But first, we got to take a shot. We are going to have to kind of put the mics down a little bit, but we're going to take a shot of this vodka. Here we go, dude.
Cheers.
We're trying our best, guys. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Why vodka?
Oh, it tastes like ass. Dude, taking shots of vodka just sucks.
Do you remember when we used to do this at clubs?
We're going to dive into that for sure.
Ooh.
But to start off, you know, I've already kind of solo introduced you as one of my BFFs, but Daryl, who are you? What do you do? You're in an Uber with someone that you've never met before, and they're just like, hey, we got a long drive ahead. What do you do? What do you say?
Ooh, I say I work in the dental field.
Okay.
Because I actively don't want people to talk to me about their teeth and their bad experiences.
So you don't say you're a dentist?
No, I say I work in a dental office.
Why? So you don't? I feel like after all the school and whatnot, you'd be loud, proud, like I am a dentist 24/7.
Yeah, but then people tell you about all their bad experiences. And I don't care about that one tooth that your aunt had that the dentist messed up. Like, you know, like, I don't know you. I don't even know your last name.
Yeah, okay. Well, why don't, okay, we have we have one of the 101 Dalmatians going to be randomly walking through this pod. Why don't you take us back, Daryl, and tell the people how we met? Because we go back like a decade or more.
I think like 12 years.
Whew! It's exciting.
We're old.
And to this day, we still don't hate each other.
No, we did good.
Love each other.
I love you.
I love you, dude.
Thank you.
How do we meet?
So you were my best friend's roommate because his ex-girlfriend introduced us, right?
Yes.
We don't talk about her, though.
No, we never talk about ex-girlfriends, ever.
No.
Not even if there's a fire.
They're the devil.
Yes.
And then he invited me out one day, and you happened to be there. I didn't want to talk to you, though.
Why?
No new friends.
That's true. Honestly, it's really hard. I feel like, especially as what's crazy is like you always hear about girls who like girls hate girls.
Yeah.
But I feel like dudes really like it's hard to let new dudes into us. I think. Ham, come on over here. I know you want to. Yep. Lay down. There you go. Like it's hard to let like a new dude into your friend circle.
Yeah.
But I managed to sneak my way in.
You weaseled your way in.
What did you first think of me when you first met me? Because this is like 2000 and what?
12?
Yeah, around there.
I don't think I had any thoughts. Like literally, I had no interest in talking to you.
Why?
Literally no new friends. Like I think Drake came out with that song, and I lived by it.
Okay. Well, so our buddy Paul, who was the main friend that connected us, I feel like me and him got along super well, and then you and I out of everyone in the group, because there was about 5 in your inner circle that came into like my world because I met your best friend, and then somehow you and I really, really connected
Yeah.
on like a deep level. Why do you think we got along so well?
We both love the misc. RIP.
Yeah.
Chipotle, and honestly, just drinking. I remember we used to go out and pregame before our pregames, and then go to dollar mixed drinks.
Yeah.
And then just go out and have a blast.
Yeah.
Like it was just a vibe.
What was life back like in 2012? Because this is like right before I started social media. So this is before social media, Max. We were doing all sorts of debauchery. What was life like back then?
A lot easier. I miss being a little bit broke.
Yeah.
Like it was just a lot more fun, a lot more freeing.
We didn't have any money.
No.
We had no money. And what you were saying, like explain our how we would go out on like a typical Thursday or Friday night.
Ooh. So I would come over to your place at like 7:00 with everyone else. The girls would come over.
We had just so many girls, like 50, 60 girls.
Like 3. And then we would take shots and pregame for an hour, and then we would go to dollar mixed drinks night, and then get hammered there, and then go to another bar, and then be blacked out by 11:30.
Yeah, I mean, we would drink so much before going to the dollar drinks of this club called Tobacco Company, which I don't think is around anymore.
I think it is.
Well, it burned down.
Only the upstairs. The basement was okay.
No, I think the basement burned down, which I don't know how that makes any sense. Either way, our memories have burned down because we ain't going back to the Tobacco Company.
Do you want to go back?
Maybe, because we would go to these happy hours, and it was dollar drinks you would get an hour from, what was it, like 8 to 9?
Yeah.
From 8 to 9. So we would pregame from 7 to 8 before we went to the dollar drinks from 8 to 9. And how many drinks would we get from 8 to 9?
12.
Yeah, like easily.
Like at least one every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
At least one, if not two, and they would be doubles. What
And
are
you would,
doing?
this dog, Ham, lay down.
See it.
Lay your butt. This is Daryl's newest love of his life. This is Hamilton. Come on, lay down. He lays down like all day, and then during this podcast, now he's
Now he's looking outside.
This is what we got going on. You mentioned like bodybuilding.com and like the misc days. Why don't you take people back through that?
Ooh, so I remember I wanted to look like Steve Cook when I first started lifting, and he was the head liner for bodybuilding.com.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of go through those phases of like you make a bodybuilding profile.
Yeah.
Which I had one picture of, and I was 112 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I went to the forums.
Lay down.
It's like progress pictures. He doesn't care about you.
Okay. That's right. I don't even know if this camera angle is like blocking you off. It's all right.
That's all good. I mean, he's better looking than me anyway. And then we literally, you go to forums, then you go to MISC, and it was just miscellaneous stuff. Like, are you aware? Like, you would just meet a guy and be like, are you aware?
Yeah, but we like lived our life kind of by that. We were pretty douchers back in the day.
I don't think we were douchers. We were passionate.
No, I was definitely a douche.
Do you remember your VCU tank top?
Yeah, and the muscle tee kind of thing. It was a jersey, honestly. Ooh. But I mean, Daryl and I, we were pretty bro. We would like walk around, flex periodically. We were heavily into like flexing and taking photos, like shirtless photos at all times. Do you remember when we went to the club one time and there was like a random bachelorette party and we had this photo? I'm gonna put it on the screen right here. It was, remember the girls?
Oh, in Miami.
No. This is in Richmond, and they asked us to like they had. So when bachelorette parties go out, they have like little checklists or something. They're like, get a guy to do this, whatever. And it was like get guys to like take their shirt off or something.
Oh.
And there's a picture of you and I with our button downs because Daryl and I is very East Coast frat with our just shirts open in the middle of the club. And like now, I would never do that in a million years.
I'd probably still do it.
You would take your shirt off in the middle.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think we look as good as we did back then. What do you say to the people who who think that everyone's going to be like so jacked throughout their entire life, and now we've been lifting for like 10 plus years, and to be honest, we look very similar to what we did 10 years ago?
If they look better than us, they're on steroids.
That's like the actual facts.
100%.
if you have larger muscles, but like there's a difference between having like, okay, you have bigger biceps than me. You know, obviously I have like a bigger wiener and like a chest and stuff. But like if you have like substantially like crazier physique, you're not natty.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not natty.
No.
So why don't you tell people like what you were like before, because everyone knows you now as Daryl the dentist.
Ooh.
What was life like before you were a dentist? Like what were you like growing up?
So born in New York, moved to Richmond when I was like 6.
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia, yeah. And then suburbs, like nothing special. My dad's a truck driver. My mom used to manage a hotel. And then basically like, lived in the same house from the time I was like 6 to 22.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was a long time.
Why'd you move to Richmond?
My mom won the lottery.
What?
Yeah. So she won like probably, I think like $50,000.
Okay.
And then
Like a scratcher?
like, I don't know.
Well, there's either like the number she picked numbers or she won a scratcher.
I was 6. Who knows?
You've never asked this?
No.
I think for 50 grand, not that that's like a small amount of money, but I think that's probably more of like a really big winning scratcher rather than like or I think with the lottery, I think, you know, like there's like the Powerball and I don't know, you choose, was it 6, 8 numbers?
I've never played a lottery.
Really?
No. Do you?
Sometimes. But you don't have to get, like, even if you get some of the numbers, you actually can win. So if you, let's say there's like 8 numbers, I think if you get 6 of them in a row and you don't get the last 2, I think you still win some money. I think it's just you win the whole jackpot if you win all of them.
No.
You never played the lottery?
No, I've never played the lottery. Why?
Because you don't want to be that
I feel like
guy.
I'm going to lose.
Well, obviously
I'm always going to lose, and that.
But
no.
there's the chance that you could win because I don't know how it is where everyone's from, but in Virginia they had these giant ass billboards that's like every time the lottery goes up, it shows what the number is, and it'll be 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, and then it keeps getting, well, maybe that's a little high, but like, and then once it gets to a certain cap, then everyone starts playing because it's been so big because no one's won, and it could be you.
No.
Okay, so never played the lottery. Your mom was smarter than you, and she did play the lottery, and she won.
Yeah, she won. And
so winning the lottery made you move to Richmond?
She was like F New York and moved down to Virginia.
You can curse on here, dude.
Oh, well, fuck.
Okay, so you moved to Virginia, and then how did you get into the circle of friends that made us meet?
Ooh, so I used to work at Abercrombie & Fitch.
A model.
Ooh, I was a model.
No, explain what type of model you were at Abercrombie & Fitch.
I used to take my shirt for $100, or I think it was like $50 an hour.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I used to stand outside and say hi.
Move the mic towards, in front. There you go. There you go.
No, I used to literally stand out front and say hi.
So I don't know if people listening are old enough to remember this, but yeah, you would walk in the mall and there would be just shirtless dudes outside of, it was just Abercrombie? That was like
and Hollister.
Just in like a bathing suit, like a red bathing suit.
Yeah.
And you would just stand there and do what?
Say hi, wave, take pictures.
How was that? Like everyone, no one wants to be objectified. That was literally objectifying men. And you had to be a lean little young guy with a 6-pack, good looking, and you would just stand outside and what girls would, like, what happened during those?
Ooh, so one day I had this drunk lady come up to me.
In the mall?
In the mall. Right? Maybe she got drunk at Cheesecake, but literally came up to me and grabbed my ass and was like, I'm a lesbian, but I like to touch, and walked away.
Did you file assault charges?
Yes.
So you would make how much money?
So it was like $40 an hour.
Okay. You know what's crazy is Daryl's our friend Paul, who's the connecting piece of the puzzle that connected us. So it was like Daryl was best friends with this guy Paul. Paul's who I met, and then through Paul I met Daryl.
Yeah.
And I always remember because our friend Paul was a very good looking dude, model, would do a lot of modeling, and when you and Paul would go to do these modeling shoots, I would always get so jealous because I felt like I wasn't good looking enough that I didn't get invited. Well, why did y'all never invite me? Why weren't you like to the people that hired you be like, we have one more friend. We have one more guy.
Do you remember when you went to that fashion show?
I do.
And you said, you walked in a fashion show.
I know. I put a photo on the screen.
Oh my God. I've never walked in a fashion show.
Yeah, but you know what's cooler than a fashion show? Standing outside in a bathing suit where, as a teenager and letting random older women touch your abs in the mall.
I mean, if you think about it, you made more.
I didn't make any money from that modeling job.
Really?
No, if anything, I got swindled. I think nowadays people they're like, would you like the opportunity to come model in our show? And you're like, yes. And they're like, all right, now it's going to be weeks and weeks of prep. There's going to be a lot of stuff you have to come do for hours a day, and you're not going to make any money, but you get to model for us. And back then you were like, fuck yeah, dude. There wasn't even like, it wasn't even like I'm going to get this exposure or something like that. It was just, I really thought I was going to jumpstart my modeling because I was inspired by Paul and you doing these modeling things.
Oh man, no. But I literally stood outside in 12-degree weather in shorts. Like
it was outside?
It was outside at Short Pump Mall.
Oh, okay. So some of our malls it was like inside, outside. Like the store's obviously inside, but like you'd walk outside to go into the stores.
Yeah, no, it was 12 degrees and I just stand there for 6 hours.
A lot of shrinkage going on.
A lot of shrinkage. Like I was inverted.
You were inverted. Penis was inside of your body. So I feel like, I know we always like reminisce back to those times. I call my YouTube videos the like trap house days. You said that life was kind of simpler and easier. How do you compare like life before you had any money, before you had a kind of like a purpose, right? Like a direction in your life. We were just living at the time. Yeah. Like, is this before you went to dental school? It was just like we were going to college. We had no idea kind of maybe what the path of life was going to take.
Yeah.
And then we drank a lot.
Ooh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And then I started making YouTube videos in like 2013. What did you think about me making all these videos?
It took a while to get used to because we would just go to Chipotle and you just pull out a camera and be like, Daryl.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And Daryl, I don't know if you guys can tell, and I feel like this podcast, normally if I don't like let my guest do a lot of talking, people yell at me, but you, ever since day one, when I would like, Daryl's the most talkative like person in the entire world, but then when I would like put a camera in his face, you get kind of camera shy.
I'm super camera shy. Like, I don't know what happens. Like, I know that I have a great personality, but like in front of a camera, I freak out.
And now you're on a podcast where you're the guest, so you need to do most of the talking.
I just did it because I don't want to embarrass you and my girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
and I feel like, me introducing you way back in the day on the YouTube channel, people fell in love with you, which I knew they would do.
How?
Because
I didn't do anything.
Because you have that devilishly good smile. You're like you have that loving laugh that you do. And you're just a cool guy, like certified cool guy. And that's why we got along so well.
Thanks, man.
And, before the YouTube and before the social media and before obviously, I moved away and whatnot, like our lives were essentially workout, get drunk.
Yeah.
Try to talk to girls.
It never worked.
It really never worked. And you're actually you're the only friend that we're gonna dive into your relationship a little bit later, but I've been single for like 7-8 years before I met Taylor, and you were the only person that I knew that was like another one of me that was just the single guy for the longest period of time.
It was hard. It was hard.
No, it was not.
I mean, I had fun.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't hard like talking to girls and but actually like developing a relationship. We both were like the only people that never like casually dated, right?
No.
We would like hang out with a girl and then be like, nah. And then hang out with a girl and be like, nah. But we never had girlfriends for most of our friendship.
No, it was just me and you.
Why do you think that is?
Me, because I went to dental school and I couldn't focus on like anyone else but me. I was selfish.
Daryl, until this lovely lady that people are going to meet later, you never had a girlfriend, ever.
No. I mean, I had girlfriends, but like way before you. Man.
Why do you think you never got in a relationship in like the 4 years that we were like hanging out?
I hated everyone except me.
Okay. Were you like were you anti-girls back then, or are you just like more like?
I think I got hurt, and I was trying to date the wrong girls, and then every time it went wrong, I stopped. It was just like,
how did you get hurt? What did the last girl that broke your heart do?
basically choose someone else over me.
She chose someone else over. That's what happened to me, man.
Man, who?
A lot of girls do that, and now you know what? I bet those girls are punching the ceiling right now.
You think?
Yeah. Look at you, dude. You're a catch.
I have a Dalmatian. That's it, and a beautiful girlfriend.
And you're a doctor.
Dentist.
Speaking of dentists, let's dive into that, Daryl. So, at what point in your life did you decide that you want to be a dentist?
I knew I wanted to be a dentist when I was 6.
Why?
I remember I got my teeth cleaned by a hygienist, and she made me feel like I had the best smile in the entire world. And I wanted to give that feeling to everyone.
But you didn't want to be a hygienist. Why did you want to go straight to?
I thought she was a dentist.
Oh, you just thought like everyone who touched your teeth was a dentist?
Exactly.
You're like, damn, there's a lot of dentists in this dentist office.
Exactly.
And you do have a beautiful smile.
Thanks, man.
And a lot of people that don't know, Daryl has an extra tooth. You don't like it? Do you don't like when people point that out?
I mean, I don't care.
I think it's amazing.
Thanks, man.
How many teeth are in the mouth?
32. I have 33.
How does someone have an extra 33rd tooth?
My parents. I'm a mutant.
Yeah, you are.
Man, X-Men.
Like, is that like a normal thing to have like more teeth than normal?
I mean, it's not a normal thing, but a lot of people have extra teeth.
I don't think most people knew that a lot of people had extra teeth. Because you have 3 front teeth.
Oh man, yeah.
Don't be embarrassed by it, dude. It's sick. You have a great smile, and no one would ever notice. Now everyone's gonna notice. Most people, you have 2 front teeth. Daryl you have a center tooth and third.
Yeah, no, my midline's fucked.
That's crazy. Like that's what. Like how does the body create an extra tooth, man?
Bro, I'm just mutant.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 penises, but that's like I thought that was normal.
One for Taylor, one for everyone else.
Something like that. So you knew you wanted to be a dentist because you went into the dentist and you liked the dentistry?
No, I like the fact that I don't have a boss. I'm my boss. I like the fact I could take off whenever I want. I can travel, and I can afford it.
Okay. So when you told your parents that you wanted to be a dentist, what was their first reaction?
I'm the first person in my family to go to college, so they didn't care.
Me too, really. I mean, like for most of my close family, like no one went to school. Or if they did, they didn't really complete it.
Oh, that's new. I didn't know that.
You know, I mean, I don't really use my degree or anything like that.
I mean, is it finance, right?
Business administration management.
Well, you own a business and you administer people.
I do, but I don't like, unlike your degree, I don't utilize really anything I learned because I was just sucking in the information just to pass my tests.
Ooh.
So your family was super excited that you were on the path to like go to college, or were they like have any hesitance to your like because I feel like being a dentist is like a very like a high reach. It's like most people go to college because they're like, I just want to get a job when I get out of college, but to have a very specific career path that maybe like you know, you don't come from like a history of dentists or a history of doctors, right? So it's not like you were like following in like the footsteps of someone where like maybe that's not like everyone, but maybe a lot of people are like, you know, my parents are doctors, so I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to go to be a doctor. But like yours was like a unique path. Was there any like pushback resistance? Were they like, let's go?
No. My parents were super supportive with everything I did.
Yeah.
Like, but I paid for myself to go through college and dental school, just because I'm just super middle class, and my parents couldn't afford it. But like, I did well enough in school that I can do both.
Walk the people through what dental school is like.
It was the worst experience of my entire life.
Why?
It's just a lot of, I don't even know. Like, it was just.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Howard University in DC. There's a lot of studying. I remember we would go to class from 7:30 until 5, and then I would study from 6 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would do it all again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you went to Ferrum first.
Yeah.
So you went to Ferrum, then Howard.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the difference in difficulty from would it be undergrad?
Yeah, yeah.
Undergrad to graduate school.
I didn't study at Ferrum at all.
No,
Like,
you were just
literally-
drinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so when you went to dental school, like, what was the biggest like culture shock in terms of like, like, hey, you have to you actually got to take this shit seriously.
I think it was my first test. I had a biochem exam, and I got a 42 on it.
Sound dumb as fuck, dude.
Right?
How'd you do so bad?
I didn't know how to study. So literally, I thought I could just look at it and just go through, and it didn't work.
How long is dental school?
4 years.
Okay, so you went to undergrad for 4 years?
Yeah. Went to undergrad for 4 years. And then I did my prerequisites for 2 years at J. Sarge.
Community college, that's where I went?
Yeah, and then I did 4 years of dental school. So technically, post-high school, 10 years.
You did 10 years of school?
Yeah, man.
God damn, dude, that sucks ass.
Right?
So the guy who we met through, Paul, he wanted to be an orthodontist.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what his reasoning. I think his reasoning was literally like they make a lot of money. I think that was like his mindset before it. But so Paul was my roommate. Again, Daryl's best friend. So that's how we met. That's so the name you're gonna keep hearing at this podcast. So Paul wanted to be an orthodontist, and I remember we would always walk to school, and he would have the biggest struggle with organic chemistry.
Ooh.
Now, I've never taken chemistry in my entire life.
No?
No, I just kept taking biology.
How many times did you take it?
I took biology. I just took a bunch of biology in high school, and then in college, I took biology 101 and biology 102. I never went to chemistry. In high school, my biology teacher literally told me, Max, you're not very good at math. You shouldn't go to chemistry. Yeah, I know. She limited my dreams. Who knows what I could have become?
We could have owned a dental practice together.
How hard is organic chemistry? Okay, so the story, Paul changed his entire career path because he could not pass organic chemistry. He stopped, he gave up on his dreams of being an orthodontist because he could not pass organic chemistry.
Yeah,
and now he's an account manager at a staffing firm, which he loves, but I'm just saying like that one class changed his entire life, but you managed to push through it. How, like what was the classes like, something like organic chemistry?
Literally, organic chemistry, you just memorize. Like you were memorize patterns. I'm really good at patterns. And it was like this equals this equals this, and this is how you get it out. But if I looked at a chemical equation right now, I probably couldn't tell you, even though chemistry is my minor.
What does chemistry have to do with being a dentist? Like, why do you have to take organic chemistry to be a dentist?
It weeds out people.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not really the subject matter. It's more of like the complexity of it.
Complexity and how committed are you? Because they know that you're not going to use it again, but they want to know that you're committed enough to pass it and do pretty well.
So how was the rest of college? Like, did you find it muy difícil or muy fácil?
Fácil. No, I mean, college was easy. It was super easy.
Dental school was easy?
Oh, dental school was...
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about college, dude. That's
You said college, not dental school.
Well, I'm talking about dental school. You're a dentist, dude.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
dental school. How was dental school?
Dental school sucked.
College, facile. Dental school, ass.
No, dental school was actively terrible. But, like, I don't know. It was worth it. Like, I made the best friends I've ever made in my entire life, besides you.
Obviously.
I mean, but you were also there during dental school.
Yes.
Because you moved to DC right after I did. Mm-hmm. So that made it a lot easier so I could separate myself from my dental school friends and then just hang out with you and just be a degenerate.
Okay. Now, all the other people, your peers in class, right?
Yeah.
You, coming from like a bodybuilding bro world and a heavy drinking world, I assume that not everyone was like that. Right, in dental school,
No.
right? There's probably some very not like straight edge, but very people who are like, I'm focusing on being a dentist. I'm only going to be a dentist. Well, Daryl was still going out like on the weekends and whatnot.
I mean, but if you think about it, I didn't go out for the first like 2 years. Like literally, I would go out like probably once every month.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. When you were in college, did you like walk the people through what dental school is like?
So we would go to class from 8 o'clock to 5. We would have one class for an hour and a half, and another class for another 2 hours. Have a lunch, go to clinic, work on patients. We would also have to find our patients,
Okay.
and then diagnose them, and then like get like approvals through professors saying like this is what I think they have, and they're like no.
Okay. What was the hardest thing about dental school?
The hardest getting all the requirements to graduate.
What does that mean?
So that means like I would have to find people with gum disease, and then I have to treat their gum disease. And
So like actual people, like
actual people that you see on the street.
So a big part of your graduation was doing literal dental work on like a random
people.
person on the street, or like
Exactly.
like a random person who needed dental work
Exactly.
done.
Yeah. So we would have to do like root canals on patients, and then we have to do cleanings on patients, and then fillings, and then crowns.
Okay. What was the easiest part about dental school that maybe you didn't expect to be so like easy for you?
Getting the patients.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I'm sociable, I guess.
Yeah.
You can say that. Like people like me. So I would just literally just go through, like I would go out at a bar and then like interact with someone, and then I'm like, hey, I'm a dental student. You want to come? And they're like, yeah.
were these girls? Was this your pickup line? Hey, girl, you got some nasty ass gums. You want to come back to my apartment and then come to class with me tomorrow?
Or their parents.
Does anyone in your family have gum disease? You do? Oh my God. Great. Here's a shot. And then I'm going to need them to come in at 7 a.m. tomorrow for my final exam.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then was there any point in dental school where you were like, I'm not going to be able to do this?
Ooh. So there was one exam, I think my junior year, and I was studying. It was like 4 a.m. And I was looking at my notes, and then I saw water on my notes. And I was like, I don't understand why there's water there. And then I like rubbed my face, and I was crying. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. I'm stressed out.
You sound like a bitch.
I was a bitch.
You were crying while you were studying?
Bro, it was the most stressful part of my entire life. If you fail a class, you have to repeat the entire year. If you fail a class twice, you're out of dental school.
I never had any, like, I don't think I never pulled an all-nighter in school.
What?
I never, no, never, not once. I think the latest I stayed at a library was like, I had to think of the word library because I haven't been in a library in so long. The longest I ever stayed at a library was maybe midnight, maybe.
I used to frequent the library until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Damn. Did you take it super seriously, or was there like a group of like the dental schools that are like, hey, let's crack some brewskis and study at 2 a.m?
No, like I would take it super seriously, and then we would have maybe 5 people in the room that we were at, and we would alternate taking naps. So we would take like a 30-minute nap, or I would take a 30-minute nap, and someone would wake me up, and they would take a 30-minute nap.
You're not watching out for danger, Daryl. You're independently studying. Why did you have to like have sleep like?
Because if no one woke you up, you wouldn't wake up.
Okay, but you made it through.
Yeah.
What was it like the final exam? This is the exam. You're like, this is the last exam I ever take. Were you like, I'm gonna crush this. This is gonna be the easiest thing, or were you stressed, or was it like smooth sailing?
I mean, at that point, like you already made it.
Okay.
Like this is an easy exam. You're done.
Okay. So you graduated in what year?
2018.
And you are officially a dentist,
Yeah.
not to be confused with a doctor.
I said that, but yes.
So what is your official title now?
I'm Daryl Tarver, DDS,
What does that mean?
Doctor of Dental Surgery.
Daryl, so now when people introduce you, they are legally bound to say this is
Dr. Tarver.
Dr. Tarver.
Right?
So you bypass, so when you become a doctor or a dentist, you bypass being Mr. Tarver and you are Dr. Tarver.
I'm Dr. Tarver forever.
What do you think? What do you think about that? Because I already hate being called like Mr. anything. Like, do you like being called Dr. Tarver?
No, I'd prefer to be called Daryl, but I only pulled the Dr. Tarver when someone's an asshole.
Yeah.
And then they like come out and like, oh, Mr. Tarver. It's like, no, It's doctor.
So even at like even like later in your life, like wedding or something, you would be like doctor.
Yeah, no, if or when me and Madison get married, I would like to be introduced as Mr. and Mrs. Tarver.
But there's a lot of people out there that would be like doctor. What would you call the significant other? Like Mrs. and Dr. Tarver?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that. I don't really like that. I feel like our generation is like we're like leaning out of the formalities, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I've even told Taylor, I don't know, like I don't know what age people start referring to you as like Mr. and your last name or Doctor and your last name, but like I would prefer people not do that. I don't want to be called Mr. Tuning.
Who's Mr. Tuning? Your
Me.
dad?
No, it's me, dude.
Or Chase?
No, I don't like it. Like I would much like I don't know what age you have to get to like want to lean into formalities to like you know be like I earned this.
50.
You know, I'm older. Respect me, you little shit. You know,
50.
50.
50.
And how old are you right now?
32.
We're old as fuck, bro.
What happened to us?
Well, we went through life. We barely made it.
Barely.
But we're here now. Now, Daryl, walk the people through what is a day in the life of a dentist?
My schedule changes every day, like actively every day. So there are days where I come in and my 8 o'clock patient cancels. But I do lots of fillings, lots of hygiene checks. You know, when you get your teeth cleaned and a dentist comes in for literally 30 minutes, or not 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and says hi.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And then I do root canals, which is taking the nerve out of a tooth. I pull a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I post those on my Instagram.
You do. So when
What do you think about that?
I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be honest.
Oh, yeah?
Like I just look at these nasty ass tooth. I'm just assuming. I mean, it looks like a tooth, and then like teeth look even stranger when you fully pull the full tooth out when it has like the little feet on the bottom. But you know, when I go to the dentist, okay, I go my regular scheduled checkups. The dentist always comes in, and so what a lot of people may not know is that the hygienist is the only one that actually does the cleaning. Right? When you go in, they brush the teeth. They do the little scraper thing. What's it called?
Scaler?
Scaler. It just met her. They do all the scraping and whatnot. And then the dentist just comes in at the end for like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And then just does a little like checks. And then, we got a 32 on the 48 on the 63. And you're like, I don't know, is that good or bad? But like, are you just hopping around to patient for that like small little window? Or like
Exactly. So you're on the hygienist side when you're getting your teeth cleaned.
Okay.
And that's the side you want to be on. All right. And then I'm on the other side, literally doing like surgical procedures. So when I come in for 30 seconds, I'm literally stopping a procedure and then coming to check on you.
You're in the middle of another procedure when you come in to like...
Yeah. Like literally I will come in and do a check, but like I literally just pull someone's tooth on the other side.
Damn. Okay, so when you come in for a check, like what are you looking for?
I'm looking for like cavities.
Because here's the question. Here's the question.
Go.
Because the hygienist, shouldn't they be like knowledgeable enough to know whether you got some shit going on?
Yeah.
Like, are you double checking or?
I'm double checking, and they're not able to diagnose technically. They know what they're seeing, but they can't tell you like this is what you have and this is what you need. I'm the one who's like, this is what you have and this is what you need. They're like, oh, the doctor normally says you need this for that, if that makes sense.
Okay. And so you go in and I'm so here's the scenario.
Yeah.
I have just gotten checked by the hygienist. I'm laying there with my mouth open. You come in, explain like exactly like what is like step one to the finished step. Like, what are you looking for? What do you do? What is the procedure?
I literally go in there. I always say hi to you, like, because you don't know me. You spend a lot of time with the hygienist, but you don't really trust me.
I'm like, I'm
I understand that. And then I would like literally look at every single tooth, every surface, and then if you have a cavity on it, which is like a little dark spot, like it's gray, it's not white, it looks weird. All right. And we know it's not supposed to be there. And if it's big enough, it's like you need a root canal if it touches your nerve or not. Have you had a root canal?
I've had a couple of root canals.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know.
Man, you eat too much candy.
I know. I eat a lot of candy. Shout out sour strips. So you're just looking for like random stuff?
Yeah.
How come they don't like just technology now? They can just take it like when they do the X-rays. Why don't they just take pictures and know everything that's going on in your mouth? Why do we still have like the manual like inspecting with like little tapping of the fucking?
Because X-rays don't show you everything. Like they show you a portion of the tooth, but they don't show you everything that like a person can see.
Okay. So you do all the inspecting and then you basically figure out, hey, like, does this person need to come back for some crazy shit or are they just like, see you in 6 months?
That's exactly.
Okay.
Exactly it.
And now what's the threshold of this is something we got to do? Like, okay, here's the scenario. Like if you're a police officer,
Yeah.
okay, and someone, let's say the speed limit's 45 miles an hour, okay? If someone's going 50, some police officers may pull you over, but some police officers may be like, look, unless you're going 55, unless you're going 10 over, I'm not pulling you over. But some maybe are more strict. Are there some things about teeth that you have a like independent decision on of like, I only elevate this to this if it's at this stage, or is it like everything is at like if it needs it, it needs it?
You did your research. No, literally, it's every dentist is different. So I can see this spot right here and be like, oh, well, wait.
Yeah.
Or another dentist be like, I see that spot is about to be a cavity. I'm going to fill it real quick.
Well, because sometimes I go in the dentist and they're like, hey, there looks like a little bit of like some issue right here, but we're just going to keep an eye on it. And in my head, I'm like, it ain't going to get better.
But it's not going to get worse if you take care of it. Brush your teeth.
Well, so a cavity can like maintain its like okayness.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's not that far into your enamel, it can remineralize. So get your fluoride.
I don't know what you just said.
So remineralize is like the enamel could grow back.
Okay. What is the best thing and the worst thing about your day-to-day dental thing? What is your favorite? I mean, you have to love teeth to like do it, but like, what is your favorite thing about being a dentist? Or you're like, I get kind of like, I love doing this thing. And then what is there like, fuck, I got to do that.
I thoroughly enjoy doing root canals.
Yeah?
Love it.
Is it because, are you like a masochist? Do you love like...
No, people need root canals because they're in pain, right?
Yes.
I love making people not hurt anymore. And I feel like a god. It's like...
Okay.
It's like literally I numb them up. They're not in pain anymore. I take out the nerve and then I call them the next day. And they're like, oh, I feel fantastic. It doesn't hurt. It didn't hurt. I feel great.
Okay. And what's your least favorite thing?
I hate the fact that I'm like fighting an uphill battle every time I go to work. Like people don't like the dentist. So I have to be a little bit more personable.
I don't know why people don't like the dentist.
Me either. Like I had a great time. Always had a great time.
Well, it's like you go in, like, yeah, it's not like comfortable, but like everyone on this planet wants nice teeth. Like, period. I don't think there's anyone out there that like, it's my style to have really shitty teeth. I feel like people want a nice smile, clean teeth, no pain, right? Because I don't know about you, but I use my mouth every day. You know? So I don't know why they hate the dentist, but so you dislike the stigma of the dentist.
Yeah, no. 100%. Like they're like, before you even say hi to them, they're like, I hate the dentist.
Okay.
So at that point, they already don't like you. So you have to like make them want to like come back.
What are like little Daryl signature things that you do at your dentistry?
Ooh. So I always ask them about their day. I'm like, if it's the middle of like the week, I'm like, how's your week been?
Yeah, but my mouth is fucking filled with stuff. I can't talk to you.
It is.
I'm like,
you always set them up. You always face to face because when you're laid back, you are like in a vulnerable position.
Okay.
All right. So like we have a conversation before I even touch you.
That sounds like see, normally I'd say that sounds like my Saturday nights, but now I'm like, I have a wonderful, great girlfriend, but like I asked them how their day was before I touched them. I'm like, damn, same, you know? Okay, so I guess what is the most difficult procedure as a dentist that you like? Do you stress about anything? Like root canal, you seem to be like, I can fucking do root canal in my sleep now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like, What's the highest level of dentistry that you can do that is the most complex?
I think implants.
Like boobs?
Yes.
So like veneers?
No, implants. So I take out a tooth, place bone in, and then after I place the bone in, I wait 6 months and then place like a metal rod in your tooth in the space.
Why would people need that? Like,
because I got an extraction. So like they had a problem with their tooth and I pulled it.
And they just have no tooth.
They have no tooth. So I placed a metal root into their mouth in that space and like kind of make a tooth happen.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask this as a I'm trying to think of a comparison here. Okay. So when I worked on Jeeps,
Yes.
okay, I'm very good at welding. Like if the scenario is good, but if there is a upside down weld, I'm like, fuck, this is going to be hard. And I don't know how well the quality is going to be of this.
Ooh.
Okay. So it like stresses me out when I have to do an overhead, like I'm like upside down welding, right? Cause it's very difficult. Is there anything with dentistry that you like still get nervous about doing? Or you like all your patients are watching like this? No, like, is there anything that you're still very nervous about? Or are you like pretty much extremely confident about all of the, 15 things that you do as a dentist that you're like, I'm confident doing all of them?
I mean, I'm nervous about doing everything because I'm a perfectionist. Like I have to be perfect. And if what I do in your mouth isn't perfect, you have an issue. And then that stresses me out like basically every day. Like a simple filling stresses me out, but also doing like a root canal or an implant stresses me out.
Okay.
But like I'm just I want you to be as comfortable as possible with the work that I did.
Okay.
Like I want it to be like a part of your body. I don't want you to even think about it ever.
I always want you to be a part of my body. Daryl, I want to dive into some questions that I have that I, as a common person, have to a dentist that you can solve that maybe I think this will be a really exciting for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the thoughts that go on in a pleb common person like myself. Okay.
Talk to me.
First of all, brushing 2 times a day, is that necessary?
Yes.
Why?
In the morning, because you don't want bad breath when you talk to your friends.
Okay.
And in the evening, because when you sleep, you have dry mouth. All right.
I understand brushing your teeth at nighttime because you've had a whole day of eating food. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call it 12 hours you're awake, 12, 15 hours. I don't know. You brush your teeth at night. I'm guaranteed that. But in the morning, like all you've done is slept. Like, why do you need to brush your teeth in the morning? Couldn't just like a piece of gum do the same? Like, why do you need to brush your teeth again in the morning?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, but
you're filthy.
Has bacteria? No, I brush my teeth twice a day. But I'm saying in the morning, like you're not brushing more food out. You're not brushing like bacteria from the food. Like you've done nothing for 8 hours sleeping in your bed.
No, so when you're sleeping, you have dry mouth, right? Like you don't produce as much saliva, and that allows bacteria to grow.
Oh,
so that's why you have bad breath in the morning.
Oh.
Right? So you have to brush all that plaque film off.
Okay. All right. Next up, though, flossing. Is it needed?
Yes. That's like literally you not cleaning 33% of your body.
Daryl, when you get a cavity, okay, the cavity is in the tooth.
Yes.
Right? When you floss, that's on the side of the tooth. How does flossing help you prevent cavities on the inside of your tooth?
So a lot of cavities happen when where the teeth are touching in between.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's not just the top of the tooth. It's where the sides. So if you don't clean that spot, you get a cavity there.
So you can get cavities in between your teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Would you say, like, do you think the most people would solve all of their cavity problems by adding flossing into the routine?
Absolutely.
So you're an advocate of flossing?
Absolutely. I think there's floss right there.
There literally is. Hold on a second. There literally is floss on this table. Okay, what's the difference between regular floss and those little pick things? Because I'm a fan of regular floss. I'm old school.
I mean, they're basically the same thing, but picks are a little bit easier, a little bit more convenient. You only need one hand.
You can do it with one hand? Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I don't floss.
Well, stop.
No, like whenever my dentist is like, you're flossing? I'm like, yes, I did 6 months ago when you flossed my mouth. Why do you think people hate flossing?
Because they haven't been taught the importance of it.
Do you, is it like a cardinal sin if you as a dentist, like,
Do I floss?
no, I'm asking, like, do you get cavities?
I used to get cavities.
I feel like it would look bad if a dentist gets cavities.
I mean, my teeth look great.
You do look great.
But
even with all 33 of your teeth.
I wasn't always a dentist, so I had cavities in the past.
Now, is it like, would you feel ashamed if you if you had to be like, hey, Susan, my assistant, or Johnny, my assistant, I need you to fill my cavity because I'm the dentist. Could you do a fill in your own mouth?
No.
You sure?
No. There's no way.
I feel like a pro dentist could self do it. Like,
This is like The Hangover. Like, oh, are you a good dentist? Can you pull out your own tooth?
Could you give yourself a root canal?
No. There's no way. There's no way.
Okay, so you're a huge advocate of flossing.
Yeah.
I need to really, there's a lot of times I feel like, and a lot of people can relate to this. You go through your life, you're like, I'm gonna start flossing every day. I just got to get into the habit, and it's so hard.
So today, you're not going to be able to go to sleep until you floss. I won't let you go to sleep until you floss.
It's just like your mouth starts bleeding.
Only because you haven't flossed.
But I will say, like, what motivates me to floss when I don't floss for a long time? If you floss after not flossing and you smell that floss, bro, it smells like the inside of a dick. And
What does the inside of a dick smell like?
I've smelled the inside of my, because unlike a lot of people, like, my dick can actually reach up to here in my own, like, right here. So I can, yeah, 17 inches, dude. And then if I get excited, we don't even want to talk. I'll fucking break the ceiling off this roof right now. Okay, next thing. Electric versus manual toothbrush.
Ooh, always electric.
I want to slap people who use a manual toothbrush. Because I've stated that, I'm like, there's no way that you can get as good of a brush. Like, the electric toothbrush is like king, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always stated that, like, no dentist, would you confirm?
Yes.
Would no dentist on the entire planet Earth think that a manual toothbrush is superior in any way to an electric toothbrush?
No. No way. No way.
Why is that?
I use the metaphor like you're using a bike to go somewhere or you're using a Ferrari. You're going to get there, right? Either way, but one is better than the other.
Okay.
Right?
So electric toothbrush, absolutely.
Yes.
And what's the key with electric toothbrush? Do you let it do the work, or do you, like, push that bitch against your mouth?
No, you let it do the work. You literally hold it on one side and let it clean, go on top, let it clean, go on the back side, let it clean, and move.
Okay, so a solid 2 minutes teeth brush is like, you're gonna have like if you brush your teeth and floss, you should have no problems.
None.
Okay, now as a dentist, I want to tell you what a dentist told me that I've honestly lived my life by.
Talk to me.
Okay, so this is something that I've preached to Taylor for a long time. I had a dentist that told me, because she's like, do you eat like a lot of candy or sugary drinks? And I was like, you bet your ass I do. I was like, and because this is like way back in the day, and she was asking like, do you drink a lot of like sugary, like alcohol drinks? So I was like, yeah, only 50 when I go out because I'm a fucking G, I get drunk, right? That's how you impressed girls back then, is you tell them how much you drink, right? Girls love that. So she said, and I quote this woman, she said, you can drink all the sugary drinks that you want. You can eat all the candy you want. But just after you do it, after you drink that, Coke and vodka, after you eat that Starburst, after you drink any sort of sugary drink, she's like, take a swig of water, swish your mouth around, because it's not the sugar that's giving you cavities, it's the sugar sitting on your teeth. So if you swish it with water, you essentially will combat that. So now when I eat candy, when I do anything, and I tell Taylor this all the time, like after I eat candy, drink a sugary drink, if I do, I swish water.
I hated that sound.
Do you think that? Do you think that actually is like a huge thing, or is it not doing much?
No, it does a lot.
Yeah.
Because what happens is the sugar is a food source for the bacteria in your mouth. All right. So if you rinse out the water, or rinse out your mouth with water, then it neutralizes it.
It fucks it up.
Yes.
It like shoots it with like metaphoric lasers.
Not that bad.
Okay. So okay, so we've gone through a lot of things that I feel like people really wanted to know. Now this one is pretty trendy because a lot of people are doing it. What are your thoughts on veneers?
Don't fuck up your teeth with veneers.
Why? First of all, watch your mouth because my girlfriend has veneers. Okay.
Does everyone know that?
They're like, damn, I just thought she had really nice teeth. So like, why are you anti-veneer? Because okay, here the preface before you kind of dive in. I want you to kind of go deep on this. That's what she said. Like most people think that veneers are just like the end all perfect teeth. I don't need to worry about anything. Like easy way out. From a dentist point of view, what are your thoughts?
I mean, they are the easy way out, but also if you have nice teeth, people just want them straight. Get an Invisalign or something. You know? Mm-hmm. Because people like their teeth. If you got Invisalign straight in your teeth and then made them whiter, like you'd be happy with them. All right? If you want like a quick fix, like veneers might be the solution, but you have to change veneers you're supposed to change veneers every like 5 years.
What?
Yeah, man.
You have to swap out your veneers?
Yeah. Like those veneers aren't going to be forever.
How much does a set of veneers cost?
I think it's $1,600 a tooth, depending on the person. I think I charge $1,600 a tooth.
So you've done veneers on people?
Yeah, of course.
What is the veneer process?
So you just shave down the front part of their tooth.
Like people look like little. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen. Like you look like little shark teeth, right?
No. So I feel like
chiclet.
The picture that you put on the screen, I feel like it's like a crown. A crown, you take off the front part of the tooth and the back part. Veneers, it's just the front.
So how much? Like I don't know that math. Like what is like an average? Is it like 20 grand to like have a full mouth of?
Probably like 10, 12 grand, like for from premolar to premolar.
And then to do it again in however many years?
It's about the same if inflation isn't up.
Okay. Can you get cavities and veneers?
Absolutely.
What? I thought veneers is like you can like.
You have to clean them like your teeth.
Yeah. Oh, I know you brush them, right? But I'm like Taylor's teeth. Like I'm assuming that they don't change the shade, right? Like you.
No. I mean, if she wanted to like redo her veneers, she could pick a different shade if she wanted to.
But I'm saying like when you get veneers, like the color of white that it is, like you're not like if I don't brush my teeth a whole bunch, my teeth are gonna get.
Oh no,
yellow.
those are gonna change. They're not gonna change. But
right.
Like she can get a cavity underneath it.
Damn, is a veneer cavity worse than a regular cavity?
Yeah, because you can't see what it looks like. Oh. So when you take an X-ray, it's literally just like a white blob.
Okay.
And then you don't know how big the cavity is underneath it.
Damn. So, okay, so you're anti-veneers. You're basically like take care of your teeth, get braces, get Invisalign.
Yeah.
Don't get veneers. Because I joked to Daryl one time about getting veneers, and you were like, don't get veneers.
No, your teeth are nice. I
have great teeth. I do have a little chip right here.
No one notices like you do.
Yeah, no one notices. But I never get it filled because then if I just keep eating apples and it keeps breaking.
Slice your apples.
I'm not gonna fucking slice my apples, bro. I just want to eat the apple like hardcore, like. That's what I want to do.
All right.
Daryl, you haven't taken a sip of your beer.
I feel like
it's just been in your fucking wiener, like it's getting warm. Drink a little bit of your beer. Daryl, next question I got for you. So now I obviously have Taylor, but before Taylor, I was doing a lot of grinding at night, and I'm not talking about
grinder.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about with the ladies. I was grinding my teeth at night.
Ooh.
And so I went to the dentist, and they told me, here's this $700 custom night guard, okay? And now I felt like a freaking loser wearing my night guard because it's like I sleep with my mouth closed. I'm not a mouth breather, but when I put the mouth guard in, it's like, right? It's annoying. It's uncomfortable. Now I've heard people say they get used to it, but I recently, I basically, long story short, I don't wear my night guard that I paid a bunch of money for. Okay, because my dentist said I grind my teeth, and what's the long-term effects if I continue to grind my teeth?
You would break your teeth, and then you would need crowns on all your posterior teeth, eventually.
Is a dumb thought that I was like, I would rather not wear my night guard and just in the future just replace all my teeth?
Stupid.
But is that a possibility?
I mean, yeah, if you could afford it.
Yeah, I would rather spend money I would rather let future Maxx spend money than current Maxx wear a night guard at nighttime.
Why?
Because it's uncomfortable. And honestly, I'm afraid Taylor's not going to want to have sexy time if I'm wearing a night guard.
To take it out and then put it back in.
Like set it on the side. No, dude. No one's getting any poo-tang wearing a night guard. No one in history has ever hooked up with a night guard in. Period. But anyway, what I found out that you can combat the night guard with is I went to a like a injection place, and I got like the masturbation injections in my jaw.
Masturbation injection?
Or what's it called?
Masseter.
I was close enough. Masseter injections. And they told me I got Botox in my jaw because they said
you look like 3 years younger.
No. It doesn't like it wasn't to alter my jaw. They said that if I do this into my jaw, it'll relax my jaw.
It does.
And that I will not grind my teeth when I sleep. Is getting the masseter, what do you call it? Masseter injections, is that an appropriate, if you're grinding teeth, could you do this like $200 injection? And is that actually a solution for it?
Absolutely. So basically Botox paralyzes your muscles and makes them not as strong, so they won't be able to grind like at night when you're super stressed.
Okay. So that's so why didn't the dentist tell me that?
It's new age technology.
And you have to get it like repeated. You can't like you have every couple months or every like 6 months or something.
I think it's every 6 months. I'm not sure. Like everyone like wears it off a little bit differently, but probably once every 6 months.
I can go out on a limb, and I would say that most people, assuming everyone's in financial different situations, but it's not crazy expensive. It's maybe $200 or something, right? Yeah. But I would think most people would want to pay, let's say $500 a year to not wear a night guard.
I agree.
No one getting any ass with a night guard in. Period.
I have a lime green one.
You wear a night guard?
No, I don't.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I just lied to you. I just want to make you feel better.
Let me ask you this.
Yo.
As a doctor, do you get pressured for your friends? And now, obviously, don't set yourself up for any sort of legal trouble here. Have you ever? Because now you can write prescriptions.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had any of your friends ask you? And obviously, you've never done it, but has everyone ever asked you for drugs? Like, can you write this prescription?
No.
Because you could give people like painkillers and all that stuff, which you've never done. I'm just saying.
No, but there's this like weird law essentially. Like there's like an opioid crisis that's happening. Mm-hmm. So every time you prescribe an opioid, they like basically background check you. Oh. And they're like, oh, this dentist gives a lot of opioids, so they'll like block it.
Let me ask you this. When you were in dental school, do they basically have like a whole section of, now you have the ability to prescribe medication that people can get addicted to or whatever that may use for other purposes for enjoyment, right? Mm-hmm. Don't fucking do that because you're gonna lose it. Like, do they tell you like what the consequence? Like what happens? I'm assuming you lose everything, so you wouldn't want to do that. But like, what happens if I was like, Daryl, give me some like pain, like what do people like?
Hydrocodone?
Like, yeah, sure. Like crazy painkillers that I don't know why people take the shit, but okay. Let's say I wanted that. Like, what would be the repercussions? You would lose everything.
Not everything. I would just lose the ability to prescribe drugs.
Oh, you wouldn't lose the ability to be a dentist?
No, because it's not 100% part of the dentistry.
Oh. Ooh. Can I get some $100? I'm just kidding. But would you be able to get that back, or is it gone forever?
I feel like it's gone forever. I've never done research.
Shit.
Maybe like 10 years or something like that. But you don't want to be a dentist that can't prescribe your patient ibuprofen.
Yeah. I mean, why would you need to prescribe ibuprofen?
When I pull a tooth?
Okay. Well, regardless, you don't want to do that.
No,
because it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
Absolutely not.
But it is kind of nice to know someone that could do that. I'm just saying. Daryl, what's your future like long-term plans as a dentist? Because like what is the life cycle? Not the life cycle. What is like the long-term plan as a dentist? Like obviously when you're in school, you just go into a dentistry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Into a practice. Like what is like the the long-term goal of a dentist, and like what is your long-term goal as a dentist?
I think everyone has like different long-term goals.
Okay.
All right. Some people want to own a practice. Some people want to just work for someone. I want to own a bunch of practices, hire a bunch of dentists, and then not work.
I want to do that with YouTube. I want to hire a bunch of people and just make YouTube videos, but me not make YouTube.
I mean, I want to own the practices that I work in and then pay them, but like I don't want to actually be patient facing anymore.
Why is that? And when would you want that to happen? Like what age?
I think like by the age of like 45.
Damn.
Like I'm trying to do like 12 years.
So you want to like do the dentist thing for a very respectable and admirable amount of time, and then at that point, more get into the management of other dentists.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that rather than just like hard?
It's super hard on your body. Like
Really?
absolutely. I'm kind of tall. If you don't,
Yeah, you're like what, 6'2"?
yeah, I'm 6'2", and the chairs that I work on don't go up high enough if I'm standing.
Wait, this is a real thing? This
Yeah.
is like a real concern?
No, literally. And then if you notice, like older dentists, they're a little bit hunched over.
What? That would not be the reason. I never thought about
No,
that.
they're
ever.
hunched over, and it's because you're trying to look at a tooth, and when I'm looking in my mirror, it's upside down and backwards. So like if you can see it, like you kind of like lean, but if you do that same leaning motion for 50 or like 10 years, you kind of hunch.
Okay.
Like dentistry is not made for tall people.
Dentist. No one is no. You can't be a tall dentist.
No.
Yeah, you get slouching problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what age would you want to do that by, you said?
45.
45. So you still want to stay in the dentist field for sure, but you just want to maybe manage a bunch of Daryls at Daryl Dentist worldwide.
Absolutely.
That sounds exciting, man.
Right?
Yeah. And is your like how soon would you ever want to own your own practice?
Maybe. So I'm going to own a portion of my practice this year. And then I have the opportunity to buy other practices. So maybe 35. 35 is when I start.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Talk to me.
I know we're BFFs, so you tell me everything. Are you fine with putting out on the internet how much is dental school debt?
Ooh.
How much did dental school cost you?
$450,000.
Shut the fuck up, Daryl. 450. So that's not your undergrad.
No. So let's say my undergrad is $40,000 of that, so 410.
$400,000?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Holy shit, man. That
Hurts.
I did not expect that number.
Man, I could buy like a pretty decent house and a boat.
Damn, you know they hype you up like because obviously dentists make really good money and stuff, but dude, that's like why does it cost $500,000 to become a dentist?
Because they know that you have the potential to make it back.
Yeah, in crazy amounts of years. That's I feel like that should be changed. I feel like that should be cheaper. I feel like all school should be cheaper.
Absolutely. Let's make a petition.
Let's start our own school. You know everything, bro. You can teach people how to be a dentist.
You could teach them marketing.
Do you think in 1 year you could teach someone everything you know about being a dentist?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, man. There's so much stuff that goes on up here that it took me so long to like learn. And then also just being in practice. Like this is how you do it textbook wise, but then being in practice is how you do it like with a person. Like it's completely different. Like it takes years to just like master your skill.
Okay. Well, shit. I see. I guess I thought it was like, oh, there's a bunch of like bullshit that I don't like, didn't apply or whatever that you don't know. But I mean, damn. So okay. So it's like, so all the information like you need like a true 4 year.
Yeah. No.
Which I definitely think you need school for it. I just didn't think like $400K in 4 years. How many years is it?
It's 4 years, but like they have like dental schools that are 3.
God, that's so much fucking money to like. Isn't that crazy? You have to pay a bunch of money to like work a job.
Right?
Shit's crazy out here, man.
We hate it here.
But now you're a dentist. You are the only dentist that I personally know, the only doctor that I know, DDR Daryl Tarver. Dance Dance Revolution, DDS, Daryl Tarver. And it's super cool to see how far you've come in. And again, not like, you know, I joke about Paul about, you know, organic chemistry, and he literally tried it twice. He was like, fuck this, I'm out. And like, you know, went to, you know, do whatever went onto another career path. But, you know, when you told me that you were going to be a dentist forever ago, and then you went through the journey, did the damn thing, and you're doing it, it's cool to see people not only like follow through on what they're going to say, but succeed at it, enjoy it. And it's been really cool to see you like just do something that is not really the norm, right?
Yeah. I
feel like most people just kind of like, I don't know, go to school and then kind of like just land on a random job. And you had a very specific, like, I don't have a lot of friends that had a very specific path 10 years ago that put them in this place. And it's cool to see you where you're at, man.
That means a lot, like, actually, because you saw the entire journey.
Yeah. And now your next kind of like giant life thing is your beautiful partner, Miss Madison.
Miss Madison.
Your current love of your life.
My lady love.
Girlfriend, which I feel we need to bring the girls in right now to talk about, because we are over an hour into this pod. Or I was going to try to keep it at like 45 to bring them in. But, I mean, we had this bromance. We just got to keep it going, you know? And so we are going to take a 2-second pause for us, and then for y'all, we're gonna bring in my girlfriend, Daryl's girlfriend, for a little final part of this podcast to dive into the personal stuff. But before we do that, I just want to again, I'm very proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man.
I think that you know, not only like being so close to you and being one of my core friends that I've had for like over a decade, and us still being like, we still hang out, we still talk. And even if, you know, life takes us in different paths, when we connect after not seeing each other for 6-7 months, it's like no time has passed. It's been like, oh, I saw you 2 weeks ago.
It's the best part.
It is,
literally
man.
the best part.
So I'm super proud of everything you've done, and I'm
you.
super proud of like what you're going to accomplish in the future. And I'm excited. I'm still trying to get this man to come to Houston, Texas, because I'm like, bro, you can be the dentist in Houston. I will get everyone and their mother to come be your dentist, be your client. Well, you'll be the social media dentist guy. But right now his heart is in Florida, which you know, I have to respect.
Thank you.
But I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate
very,
that.
very proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
And now let's bring on the ladies. All right, welcome back to the podcast. We have the lovely ladies. We have my beautiful girlfriend Taylor, and then Daryl's beautiful girlfriend. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Madison Catlett.
First time on the pod. Here, we got a shot for you. Boom, we got a shot for you. It's tequila. It's warm. You're gonna love it. Arriba, abajo, el centro, drinko. Let's go. We only have about 20 minutes. We're going to dinner, guys.
Oh, shit.
Can somebody give me a chaser?
No. Drink.
Here you go. It's a monster. Go, 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 go.
I can't find it.
Do better.
All right, Daryl, explain how you and Madison met.
So, once upon a time, Madison, she used to follow you.
Wait, these girls did not. They finished a third of the shot.
They're
Oh my
terrible.
God.
I've
They're
been
terrible.
drinking wine while I was
All right,
getting
everyone
ready.
lean back,
Terrible.
lean back, lean back.
Terrible. So, Madison used to follow you way back in the day.
Yes.
And then she added me, and then I used to...
Slide in.
What?
I used to slide in.
You slid in.
She slid in.
Madison, give the real
Power
story.
pump.
That is a story. Go.
So years ago, I was following Maxx, and he posted a photo with Daryl out at the clubs, and
And you were like, damn.
basically, I was like, that guy's hot. So instantly follow, and then, you know, I just did my thing. I
Okay.
comment on stories or like
Little.
here and there. Yeah.
Play the long game.
Love
I
that.
did.
You
So,
have to. For
yeah.
a good person, you have to play the long
Yeah,
game.
but you didn't live here. I mean, obviously you both didn't live in Florida, but where did you live?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And then when was the first time you guys ever hung out? Who went where?
Oh my God. COVID 2020. August of 2020.
You hung out with somebody you didn't
Yeah,
know?
when everyone's supposed to stay away, you guys went together, okay?
We went to a
Yeah.
wedding.
We went to a wedding.
That was our first
wait,
date.
your first time hanging out was at a wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a wedding date?
Yeah, she's my plus one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now she's your forever plus one.
She's my forever plus one.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that if I never made YouTube videos, you guys wouldn't be in love.
Something like that.
So basically, you owe me for the rest of your life to thumbs up every piece of content that I have.
Absolutely. I do it already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Taylor,
Yeah.
hello, my love.
Hi, handsome.
What did you first think of Daryl when I introduced you to him?
The first time we met, we didn't really talk much. We were like, we talked, but like we weren't like very talkative with one another. But I liked him. I thought he was really cool, super nice guy. I remember the day that we met in Alpha Land gym 1 to be exact.
I mean, but you were also busy. You were like
running around.
Yeah, you were taking pictures with people. Like
I was doing.
how am I supposed to like
Meet me. But I got to know him like when we went to Tulum because Max got sick because he grew up. He was throwing up.
I have a weak immune system.
He has a weak immune system. And so Daryl and I spent the week together in Tulum.
Yeah.
So he was my vacation buddy and we headed off. I think Daryl and I are very close.
So you fully approved of Mr. Daryl.
I love Daryl.
Now, Madison, you said you followed me, which we don't need to go down the rabbit hole. I mean, obviously you were like, wow, this guy lifts a lot of weight, super cool. That's why you maybe subscribed to the YouTube channel.
The funniest guy on the
but
internet.
when you met me for the first time through Daryl, what was your impression of me in real life?
He's a cool guy. I think we were in Miami.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. We were at
We went to the strip club.
Yes, we were at 11. And you know what? The first time I met you, you know what I think I told you this forever ago, but like the first experience I have from meeting you, I was like, this girl is so cool because we were at 11. If you guys don't know, it's probably the most popular strip club in the country, but it's in Miami. It's a really cool club, but it's also, there's naked people there. Mm-hmm. And I remember we had a table with a bunch of people. I think we were there for like a Naka party.
Yeah, exactly.
And you and Daryl were like, maybe, I don't even know if Daryl was like, at least in the moment, but I remember you were up with like a couple other girls, like at the center area with all of the people dancing. And this girl, Madison, had a bunch of ones. It was like throwing it and like slapping booties of like the people dancing and was just so into it. And I was like, this girl is cool. This girl gets like, because that was the first time I met you ever. Yeah. And I was like, this is cool. Because like, some people have, like,
people
I don't like
that.
Yeah, like don't do this, don't do that. She was up there like next to Daryl, like, slapping booties, just like throwing money, like having a great time.
That's my girl.
That was my first time experiencing you. And it was great. And, as Daryl and I are super, super close. And now you guys are like.
Yeah, we talk quite often.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Yeah, we're very funny.
Besties.
We're besties for the resties. Mm-hmm. You guys are not. You guys are gonna be sick of us.
Besties without testes.
I know. What do you
for the resties?
What do you think of them two as a couple?
I love them. I think y'all balance each other out very, very well. Y'all are both like super funny. Like
who's funnier? Don't say it. I swear to God.
Madison. Even
right.
Max agrees.
That's right.
Max agrees. Madison's stories on Instagram, if you don't follow her,
yeah, they're pretty cool.
pop off. She's funny.
They are.
Daryl, you and I have
This is my new career path.
You literally take my ideas and you post them.
Oh no.
Wait,
is our next fight.
Do you steal Daryl's comedy?
She does.
It's okay. Max
Nope.
steals my ideas too. It's fine. It happens.
What was your last caption?
Here's the thing.
I made it.
Behind every great man is a great woman.
Who steals their stuff?
No, you steal our stuff. Daryl, I love you. You're really funny, but I think Madison makes you funnier.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely make you funnier.
You do. I agree. I'll 100% say that. I thought I was the funniest person until I met Max.
Well, so one of the big reasons I brought these ladies on the podcast, not only to get more views, but to kind of go into a little bit of a deep dive. We don't have a lot of time because we literally in 12 minutes need to go to go get some dinner. We're gonna go out. I want to ask some ladies, and Daryl, you can chime in if you disagree. We're gonna ask some questions to the girls. Okay, who pays on the first date?
The men.
The guy.
Why?
I don't know.
Why aren't you in a 50-50?
Here's the thing. If I absolutely do not like this man, and I don't see it going a second date. I will pay. I'll be like, no, let me get it. Let me.
There
pay
is
for
no
it.
world where you would go on a first date and pay.
No.
Period.
No,
Absolutely
I would.
not, Taylor.
No, I would if I did not. I've done it before because I did not like the guy I went on a date with, and I was like, no, I
You
got
dated
this.
someone before Max?
Yeah,
No.
what the fuck?
Max, we don't want to go.
I think
down
that was a
rabbit
dream.
hole. Max,
That was a dream.
It was a
Maybe.
fever dream.
It was a fever dream.
You're right. You're right because I had to pay for the date. You're right. It was a fever dream, but it depends. But normally, if the guy's nice, then he'll pay. Traditionally,
Yeah. I don't think I've ever paid for a first date, but I paid for my flight to see Daryl.
What?
So
Daryl,
he paid
you
for everything.
didn't fly her out?
question:
I'm not Drake.
No, I know, but was the wedding for your friend?
Yes.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I paid for
Damn.
the hotel and everything
Still.
up until there. And I had a puppy.
Still, and
I had a puppy.
so
Let me ask you this, Madison. What were your thoughts when, I mean, I don't know if this is like processed in your brain, but it's like Daryl was like, hey, come to this wedding. And then you were like, when you processed, you had to buy your own ticket. Did you think anything of it? Or were you like, I want to go see this guy. I don't give a fuck.
So we had been like DMing and texting and FaceTiming for about a month or so. And then
Sexting, nice.
yeah, so about a month out from the wedding, he asked me to go, and I said yes. And he asked to pay for the flights, and I
Okay,
said no.
okay.
I was like, I'm an independent woman.
She's saving you right now.
yeah.
She's
Strong
like,
independent.
later she's be like, Daryl, I know you didn't ask me
If
to
it was
pay.
if it was for her friend's wedding, then I would have been like, if it was like my friend and I wanted Max to come to the wedding, I would have been like, let me pay for your flight and the hotel and everything because it's my friend.
But literally right after
You
that, we
would've-
went to a wedding.
I would have
Like,
paid
and
if
I
it was
paid
for
for
my
it.
friend and it was our first time meeting. Yeah.
There is not a chance in hell that you would have paid for my flight for me to come visit you.
I would have.
There's no way. This girl, there's a cap. There's 17 caps on our head right now, boys.
I would have paid if we had never met and I wanted you to come and I was asking you to come. I would have paid.
Okay, now she doesn't even have to ask me to come. Anyway, guys, okay, here's something I got. Now that you've been dating for, how long have y'all been dating?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
3 magical years.
3 magical years.
Who would have thought? Because something that I didn't really deep dive too deep in the podcast. Well, I briefly touched on how we were like the single guys like forever ago. We never really kind of like, we didn't even like super date girls back in like 2011, 2012, right? Daryl has been the absolute longest single friend that I've had my entire life. Before I met the love of my life, my Lamel, was single for like 7-8 years, and Daryl was by my side, a single loser for 7-8 years, just like me, right? And then you met Madison. What was it about Madison that changed your singleness?
You know how you just like look and you're like, I can see my entire life with you. And I would rather die than be alone without her.
Let
Like,
me crying in
actively.
the club.
Damn.
Like,
Daryl.
it's between her and Hammy. I don't know, but
I asked him, I said, what's your favorite thing in this world? And he's like, Madison. And then Hammy. And I was like, there's a thing and a who. Thing is Hammy, who is Madison.
why can't they both be who's?
They're both who's, but I let it slide for Max when he says, dude, this is his favorite thing.
Madison, what was it about Daryl that drew you in?
It was a smile.
You're like, I don't know, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time.
Literally. I don't know. He just charms everyone and he's like so easily like becomes friends with everyone. And I think you've said that before. Like, I don't know. I love that. So
And I'm not gonna lie, as someone who's, again, been one of my longest time BFFs and one of my longest time single BFFs, I fully approve. Not that I needed to, right? But I just want to say, you were very welcome the day that I met you into the friend circle of like loves. Mm-hmm. And it's super cool to see Daryl very, very happy, and you make him very happy. Now, you've been dating for how long?
almost 3 years.
Ooh. Let me ask you, at what point in a relationship do you guys think that you become comfortable and you don't have to like start like maybe trying to like impress the other person?
I never had to do that. I like didn't care. Like, to be honest, no, I'm dead serious. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like when I first met Max. No, when I first met Max, like, and I would come over, I'd literally wear like a t-shirt or a big sweatshirt and like no makeup.
Yeah, she would come over wearing literally just a t-shirt. It was crazy.
No, I had clothes on, but like I like had no makeup on, and like normally like I would be like, I need to look pretty and perfect 24/7, like with him first dating a guy. But like with you, I was like, I think you genuinely liked me for me and not for what I looked like or who I was. So it was I was very comfortable because it was like, you're my best friend. So it was easy.
What about you, Madison?
So meeting Daryl, we spent an entire weekend together. So we were going to see each other when we woke up, after we showered, getting ready. So I don't know. I feel like I just have always been super comfortable in like with myself and like never had to put on like makeup 24/7. But so yeah, he made me feel comfortable. So I wasn't worried about it.
What is y'all's love language?
She likes to touch.
Yes.
What do you think mine is?
Words of affirmation.
You can do
That-
yes, exactly. Thank you, Daryl.
I had to remember them all. I forgot.
Thanks, Daryl. We'll
Okay.
talk later.
I didn't know until Taylor did this like quiz on me.
Yours
I
is
didn't-
quality time.
Yeah, but I didn't know that there was this whole love language, different things. There are quality time, words of affirmation,
Touch,
touch,
gifts.
buying shit, and that's like it. So yours is words of affirmation. Mine's quality time. What are y'all's two?
Hers is touch.
Yeah, touch.
I don't know what mine is.
Yours?
Acts of service.
Ooh.
I think
I feel like it's acts of, if I have to say for Daryl, knowing him from the outside perspective, it'd be acts of service. Like he likes when little things for you, like you do little things for him.
It is
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah.
Like the
reminders, like me telling you I love you. Just
little sticky notes.
yeah.
Like the little things.
It's the little things.
You guys are super freaking cute. Now, this is a question for the girls here. I feel, like Daryl and I were single for a very long time, and for us, I feel like it was like when we met the right girls, it was time to lock down, right? Lock down into a relationship, into a long-term commitment. Now with the girls, there's always, it's hot girl summer, right? It's like fun time all the time. Mm-hmm. Do you when you met someone, do you all have to contemplate like the balance of am I ready for that? Or is it when you meet the right person, you're ready to be like locked down, ideally indefinitely?
I think it's like in my mind, it's like when like it's like, oh, this guy is a keeper. Like I don't want to think about any other person.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree. I'm like, you and I talked about this like before we even started dating. Like when we were in the car when we were drunk after Halloween, I was like, I'm a relationship girl. Like I've never done like one night stands. I don't do like the whole dating thing. I never like, if I like somebody, it takes a lot for me to go on a date with somebody and to get to know somebody. And I don't let myself be vulnerable with people very often. And so if I have an interest in that, or if I have an interest in pursuing a future with you, like I have to see a future with you. I have to see that you'll be a good person that like I could have a committed relationship with. So I think like I never had like my city girl moment. I never. Yeah. I don't think I will ever. It's just not who I am. I'm very loyal. I just could not do that to I couldn't. So like when I met you, like I told you, I was like, I'm very committed. Like I want to like have a future. If I don't see a future, we are not doing that.
What was it about Daryl that you knew that he was the one?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Just like the way he made me feel.
Say nice shit about him.
Just the way that he made me feel. And I don't know.
Oh.
It's the way you guys look at each other. That's one of my favorite things. I know.
You guys are in love.
Mm-hmm.
LOVE.
Yeah.
Now, a big thing that's out in the world right now is like always the debate of can men and women be friends with the opposite sex while you're in a relationship? What is a woman's perspective on men having female friends?
I don't care.
I think so.
Now, hold on, I want to preface before you deep dive. Now, I feel like a lot of girls, the initial response is like you want to have the like, oh, I don't care, yeah, do your thing, but like, what is the line of, oh, I get your friend, but like, not
don't
that.
cross that like
It's
boundary.
the thing is like, it also has to, it comes with the person I think that you're dating and the person you're saying. Like with you have a lot of female friends. Like you have Mona and Heidi and Jazzy and like 17 other influencer people that are in your circle, in your world that you're friends with, and females that you're friends with. And I would never question it. Like people are like, don't you worry that like him and Mona are so close? No, I don't care. Like y'all are friends. Like you can be friends. Like Daryl and I are friends. Joe and I are friends. Like me and Daryl, we DM, we slap our knees. We have knee slapping jokes quite often.
We're hilarious.
We're hilarious. So I think it's like, if you have trust with that person, I would never question anything. If I felt like your relationship was off, I would be honest and tell you that and be like just want kind of like that reconciliation of being like, no, like we're just friends. Like I would want that from you. But like, because I trust you and I know who you are as a person, like I don't question anything.
Madison?
Yeah, exactly. So Daryl's still friends with a lot of like classmates from Howard, and like I'm okay with it. So
You chose
like,
me.
But I
love me.
I think the debate comes into, I think there's a difference of like, I'm socially like, I talk to people of the opposite sex versus like friends. Like, would you girls be fine with Daryl or I going out to get lunch with someone of the opposite sex? Like, what is the line? Like, I think, like,
Yeah.
there's like,
if you've known that girl for a while, or she's like a friend or whatever, like, I don't know, Daryl might go get lunch with like a colleague or a hygienist or someone at his office. Like I would be fine with it. I've met all those women.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't question anything.
Yeah.
I trust you.
let me ask you this though. What if the girl who's the friend is an extremely does it matter how attractive the girl is? Does that change your opinion on your like what?
No, absolutely not. Because if you wanted to date them, you would. If you were interested in them, you would make an effort to do that. And here's the thing, like you are friends with very attractive women. Have you seen Mona and Heidi? They're stunning. Like I don't question it. Like y'all are just
but
friends.
I don't go get like lunch with Heidi.
No, but you could. Like you would. Like if you had lunch with your friends, like I wouldn't. Like if you're like I'm going to get lunch with so and so. Like you have friends like your friend that stayed over at the house that one night from your like hometown. Like I don't question that. Like you're friends with her. Like I would like if you were messaging her,
Kristen and her boyfriend.
Yeah. Like if you were like
She's making it sound like there's just some random girl like staying over. I was like,
Yeah, there's
no,
some-
there was a girl who was there with her boyfriend who was traveling across the country and
but like if you were like Kristen, like if you were like Kristen's in town, I'm going to get dinner with her. Like I would be like, okay, like go, like have fun.
Exactly.
Bye.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think Maxx and Daryl are both like true and honest people and like
And loyal.
and tell us like literally everything. So,
Literally everything.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine line of like guys or girls trying to like dance around the like no, I'm just I feel like there's a very fine line of like no, I'm not trying to like see how far I can push the extreme of like how close I can be with someone who's like just a platonic thing, right?
I think the way I think of it is like if I wanted to be with somebody else, I would. If I wanted to spend time with somebody else, I would.
Exactly.
You better not.
I'm not going to because I don't want to.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to like date somebody else or I wanted to like do something with somebody else, I wouldn't be with you. And so that's just how it is. And like you have enough trust in me. Like I have guy friends. Like you've met my guy friends. Like you have enough trust in me that like nothing would ever happen. I mean, I don't hang out with my guy friends one-on-one. I don't do that. But like there are people that do that in this world. And I mean, if you're just friends with the person, then you're just friends. But it comes with trusting your partner and knowing the loyalty that they have.
Okay.
Yep.
Madison, what do you think to kind of wrap up this little magical episode here? I know I wish we had more time together, but we gotta dip out of here.
Okay.
What does the perfect future look like for you? What is the fairy tale future for you and Daryl?
Me and Daryl get married. We have Hammy, maybe another dog, and we pop out one little cutie.
One?
Just one.
Oh, just one?
Just one. They're expensive.
They are.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Where would you live?
We need to discuss that, me and Daryl.
I don't want to live here.
Houston, Texas.
West Coast, maybe. I don't
Houston, Texas. on the
West
compound
Coast. You want to
with
live in like
Maxx and
California?
It's like Seattle.
know. Seattle or Oregon.
What?
Who do you know out there?
I know a lot of people.
It doesn't
I have
matter.
more
What
friends than
is
you.
your damage?
I hate that.
Well, you guys don't want to live in Houston with Max and I and spend the rest of your lives with us? I know it sounds
I
great.
know.
I mean, it sounds like a fairy tale,
I know.
but also
That's his
it's
perfect
hot
life.
and humid.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
Is it hotter than
Well,
here?
the reason I kind of asked about like the perfect future is Madison, like, do you girls, like, did you envision when you met a guy that it would be this kind of like, I'm gonna start like the perfect future then, or were you like, did I need to get to a certain age, or was it just when I met the right guy, or like did it like, was it a serendipitous meet?
I don't know. Ever since I was like little, I never like thought about, I need to get married at like 26 and have kids at this certain age. I honestly never wanted kids until
Until you met this
this
hunk.
guy. Yeah.
That's how Max was with me.
These little like hammy looking babies.
Hammy looking babies.
Cookies and cream.
Because you have a Dalmatian? Oh my God.
Black and white.
I know. It's literally what I was like, oh my God, he looks just like both of you.
What about you, Taylor?
My perfect life.
Did you have like a timeline? It just happened that I met.
I mean, I think I always knew that I think I was raised to like want to be married, settle down, like have kids, like have that future. But that's like the dream for me because I do want to have kids. Like I think I want to be a mother. I think that's something that's gonna very like fulfill me in my life. As he's taking a photo, that's my man. Always capturing the moments. Hashtag peace and love. But no, I think I always wanted to have kids. I always wanted to be married. I told you that was something that was very important to me. Like when we first started dating, I was like, if you don't want to get married, because he went on live and was like, I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in kids. And then we just started talking. And I was like, if you don't believe in that, we are not going to be together.
but look at us now.
Look at us
in
now.
love.
And we're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah,
Woo!
we're
But
gonna.
I met you and I know that's what I want with you.
Can I get a
At
high
our own
five?
time.
Boom.
Heck yeah.
Well, I know that this was a little bit short-lived, but I just want to say, Madison and Daryl, that not only am I super excited and excited for y'all's future together, but it's just so cool after seeing Daryl, you for so long, man, of being a pathetic, forever alone guy like myself, to stumble across the perfect woman for you and to see how happy you are, how happy she makes you, you make her, and just, you know, as much as it doesn't matter about like your friend's approval, it's cool that like the girl that you did meet is like a fucking really cool person.
Ooh.
I love that.
Means the
And that
world.
she's
Because
so funny.
it does, like, can you imagine if you met someone that like your friends didn't like? That would suck ass.
It would suck.
That'd be terrible.
That'd be
What
terrible.
if Madison and I didn't get along?
I knew you would, because the moment that I met Madison, the moment I met you,
Madison
was-
and I would both be throwing dollar bills at strippers.
I know.
We're gonna
That'll
do that
happen
soon.
one day.
Woo!
One day.
Mad I was not in that story.
We'll talk about that.
I've never
later.
been to a strip club, so.
By the way, Madison, really
Say
quick,
less.
can you tell the people like what you do?
I am a merchandise assistant for Everything But Water. So I do lots of fashiony things.
She's a style icon.
Style
I try to be.
icon.
Style icon.
Well, we will have to have you guys back on the show at some point. I know that this episode was kind of all over the place, and but I want to thank you guys for coming on here. Daryl, this is the most people have ever heard you talk in the entire history of my YouTube channel.
Honestly, probably if you did a compilation of all the sentences I said in your YouTube channels, this would be the most.
That's why I know I normally on podcasts they're like, Max, let the other guest talk, but for this one I was like, I'm gonna have to bring Daryl out of his shell to get him to at least talk a little bit.
I heard you talking most of it because I was doing my live and I heard you talking. I was like, oh, he's chatting.
He does talk.
He's chatty.
It was telling the people about flossing and stuff.
He was talking about my veneers.
Yeah, he was talking.
He brought
shit.
it out.
I know. Somebody asked about them in my live, and I was like, I've never really talked about them before, but here we are.
They look great,
Thank you. He told me I have the best veneers he's seen.
actually.
Thank
Very
you.
natural.
Very natural.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's like,
that
"Sorry."
will wrap up this random all over the place episode. I know it's a little bit different from the current one, but I hope you enjoyed it. You got to deep dive a little bit more into one of the people that's been in my life for a very, very long time. And if you've been on the channel since the OG days, you have seen Daryl, aka Darryl, and hopefully you got to enjoy diving a little bit into his past and a lot into his current life endeavors of being a dentist, the coolest dentist in the entire world. But that will wrap up this fantastic episode of Don't Be Sour. I'm going to put everyone's social media handles down in the description. You can go check them out. We have a lot more content coming soon. There are new episodes every single Monday at 9 a.m. Please give this episode a like, a comment, a share, subscribe, give us a rating, whatever it is you need to do on the platform you are enjoying this content on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips.
And ever forward. Woo!
We got to go to dinner.
Rah!
Oh my God. All right.
Is it the thing that I do for putting people on? Is it my fault?
Put your headphones back on and take a little selfie.
I was about to go hard on Nicki Minaj rap. I need some texturizing spray, Madison, please.
I got you.
I was like, who the fuck is talking?
Everyone get in here.